We didn't listen.
That's right!
Oh, this one here. Yeah. What about the other one?
I'm so glad you said that, not me!
Day 4 of Easter Jeep Safari. Kane Creek today.
Yeah.
Mr. Roy here, yeah, he's working the trail.
I'm a responsible adult.
Again. You heard this joke before, it's because you watched the pickle video, right? Now, he didn't actually get to do much on the pickle video because you were towing out a broken rig.
Yep.
Make sure you check out that video because that was some interesting carnage and a learning experience of spotting on trails and such. So, excellent. But today, Kane Creek, the three of us have done this one before, but you know, it always changes. That's the important thing about Moab trails. A change with every storm and every passing vehicle.
And I'm actually out for revenge. Last time I was on this trail 2 years ago, was the first time I'd had the blue Jeep into Moab, and it bit me. I ended up with body damage. So I'm out after a clean run this time, prove that I can get through it without hurting my vehicle.
You know, that's another video. I'll try to link it up here at the top. That video is when you put the metal cloak bumper reinforcement on.
That was the fix to prevent the repeat of the damage.
Yeah, the damage is still there, by the way. So anyway, we're ready to go, and should be another great day.
Straighten it out a little bit. There you go. Come on down nice and slow. Over here a little bit. Alright. Straighten it out a little bit. Give it a shot. Shot, get a little bump. Never mind, a little bump needed.
So, interesting thing about that dive obstacle, that is the first time I've been able to one-shot it. I mean, she's spun out every other time I've tried it, and that time, Penny went up it really nice. Oh, yes, I really did want to put my driver tire up on that rock, but you saw how hard my spotter signaled me not to, so I didn't.
After lunch, continuing on with Kane Creek, kind of seems like the weather's turning on us a little bit. You notice the sky is a lot more gray than it was. A lot more gray than it was earlier. It was kind of acting like it was going to try to snow on us as we started to eat our lunch. The trail kind of wanders back and forth through the creek here for a little bit. This is actually the area where I caught my rock last time. Let's see if I can call it out as we go by. There's a large rock to the driver's side, and I had thought that if I kind of hugged it, I could avoid a hole. It turns out that the hole was more to the was bigger to the driver's side than it was to the passenger, and so came down and landed on my rear bumper, and did so hard enough to shove the bumper up into the body. Hence the upgraded bumper brackets from Metal Cloak, as well as public service announcement earlier on the channel regarding the weak Mopar brackets. Trail leader did warn us that some portions of this trail have a lot of shrubs, a lot of brush. That is a pretty substantial hole. Was the sound of a branch on glass. Ow. To me, this is one of the prettier sections of this trail. It's just all the kind of running here through the bottoms in the desert, seeing how different the life can be when there's water close by. I will say a lot of my pinstriping comes from areas like this, where you've got water and whatnot present.
Wouldn't the orange TJ that's leaking training fluid is like a couple rigs up from you? I can't. I'm in the middle of water right now. If you wouldn't mind asking them what's going on.
Well, as does sometimes happen with long trails, we had a breakdown. Okay, not us, not any of car. I actually don't even know who it is. I haven't gone up to look. Mostly because I know that they're capable of fixing it, and I have no ability to do that. Because it's a transmission issue. I'm not carrying ATF, which is what they're calling for, and I guess now they're underneath it playing with some stuff. Anyway, we are stopped. about 2 o'clock in the afternoon, and we're still in the wash, which means we're going to be getting to Hamburger Hill and the ledges beyond that. Let's just say this might be a late night. So I know they're taking really good care of the guy with the transmission breakdown, and Roy's actually up there as serving his duty as a trail official, so they'll get it done. Luckily, we managed to pull all 25-ish vehicles off the road because, wow, there's a lot of traffic today. There's actually a group of YJs that, okay, they're impressive. They're looking really nice. And I'm not saying that just because they've got a ton of women drivers. But lots of people going through there, and hopefully they'll get them all taken care of.
1 hour later.
Transmission fixed. We're rolling again.
Doesn't show on the camera, but it's kind of funny how as we get back in here, the canyon walls seem to get kind of closer and closer to us, which ultimately leads to needing to climb our way out of the canyon between the walls as they close in. We're starting to climb up out of the valley. Just barely beginning to. And of course, as soon as you start to climb, that means we're going to start to see more of the obstacles and the types of things that we saw coming in here. We're coming up on a little bit of another tight squeeze. And so the group is slowed down some as we come up to it. This is not nearly as narrow as some of the other places we've been today. Just a hole between two rocks. Like there's a rock here that it's been moving around. People are kind of having a hard time either going over it or not, as the case may be. So all told, I don't think I'm going to see my nemesis unless we drop back down to the creek again. Bet you it looks like we may. So this is an interesting game. Get your tires wet and then climb a steep rock.
Well, we're at the bottom of Hamburger Hill. I'm sitting in Penny. Kenneth is standing here. How's it been going so far, Kenneth?
Other than being slow, it's been a good day.
I do agree.
We've definitely not had the pace on this trail that I've seen in the past, but that's not necessarily a bad thing. But it's, you know, we started today's trail at 9 in the morning. It's now 3:15 in the afternoon, and this group, where we are like the last 4 in a group of 28 or something of that nature, we're just barely to the bottom of Hamburger Hill, which is where we expected to spend most of our day.
Yeah, that's true. And we still have that set of triple ledges and more water crossings and all that yet to do.
So it's going to be a late night getting off the trail. Other than that, it's been fine. I'm still looking for my big rock in the river that bit me last time, and I'm guessing I'm not going to see it now.
Yeah, but your bumper has landed a couple of hits.
Yeah, but only the bumper, and not like last time.
Yep.
So far I've had my clean run for the body. Definitely some scrape marks on the rocker rails and rock rails and skid plates, but that's to be expected. That's what they're there for.
I definitely got my revenge, so to speak, on the dive obstacle. Last 2 times I've done that, it's taken multiple attempts. I've spun out going up the second part of it. This time I crawled straight up it.
The notch at the beginning.
Yeah, we call it the dive obstacle. For a while there, I heard it being called high dive, but that was getting confused with Behind the Rocks' high dive, which is more famous.
No, it shows up on my map as the notch.
The notch, okay.
So,
but they're progressing up here. We've still got a good 15-20 vehicles ahead of us, so we're just hanging out and talking to people and not getting in the way. There's always a reference that you are safer inside your vehicle, and given, Kenneth, your major injury was outside of the vehicle, you could attest to that.
Trying to spot and watch the action on an obstacle.
Yeah, and fell and ended up having to have shoulder surgery. So, I mean, there's some truth to that. So we're just hanging out until we get a little closer, and then we'll go watch the action and plan our routes and our lines. So one of the really cool things about coming to an event like this is that year after year, you get to see some familiar faces and some old friends. And I've got a couple of old friends here I want you guys to meet. Tell me you guys' names so that they know.
My name's Kevin Keefe from Connecticut.
Connecticut?
Yeah.
What part of Connecticut?
Lebanon, Connecticut.
Oh, fantastic.
Yeah.
And?
Eileen Sullivan, same area.
Excellent, excellent. Well, I see you're driving a maroon rig today. Tell me what makes it special.
Well, it started off just a regular stock Sahara. And I got into four-wheeling with just 2 inches of lift and 35s, and I loved it. And Eileen and I just started doing more and more, and we ended up with 3.5 inches of lift and 37s, and I just wrecked it on all sides, damage everywhere. So I could teach anyone how to damage their Jeep really well.
And speaking of which, you had some damage yesterday, yesterday?
Pritchett Canyon.
Yeah.
Rear axle shaft. Just tried to crawl it, gave it a little gas, one wheel grabbed, and just split that axle.
Oh, that's bad. I'm running Pritchett again on Saturday. Please tell me that's not going to happen with Penny.
It would never happen with
Not
Penny.
with you with Penny.
It would never happen.
So what do you think of Kane Creek so far? This is your first time running it, right?
It's a great trail. It's comfortable, cozy. It was just
Very
very nice and relaxing.
If you haven't ever rounded the corner and come face to face with the ledges of Hamburger Hill, here's your chance. As is the trip leader's prerogative, he was saying that for the main ledge up there, it was a one shot and you're getting the winch line. One shot and done. So, you either had to get it on the first try or you didn't get it. Now, only 4 rigs in our entire group made it up. 3 of them were in our group. Which one didn't make it up?
Yeah, we is it.
The A and K right here. K
Yeah. I got my phone up with Ken.
Ken's gonna make it.
Go, 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 go. Harder, Ken. Harder, Ken. Harder, 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 harder. Harder.
Oh, I must have kissed that, huh? With my rock rail.
You bounce off of it.
My rock rail sounded tingy, like I must have nailed my rock rail.
Made it up again?
Yeah, both of us did.
Partners in crime.
Glad I was able to help.
You're teaching him well.
Now why can't I get him up?
We didn't listen.
That's right.
Oh, this one here. Yeah. What about the other one?
I'm so glad you said that, not me.
Funny thing was, your husband told me you never listened to me.
Got no words.
She doesn't have to listen to him.
Who listens to who anymore? I did it! I made it up Hamburger Hill. One shot! And I got it up. Yahoo! Kenneth wound up whinging and Roy made it up as well. Both of them have taken the bypass in the past, so it was the first time for both of them. Kenneth didn't accelerate at exactly the right time, but Roy watched, learned, and aced it. Penny, is there anything this rig can't do? Haven't found it yet. Sure, it's out there, but haven't found it yet. I also want to congratulate my friend Kevin for making it up on his first try too. He was so nervous he wasn't going to make it up. He kept asking questions and all that, and it just clicked. He made a couple of errors, but his reaction time was so good he was able to correct almost on the fly. And he made it up without winching too. So proud of you, Kevin. Good job.
Well, if there's a bit of revenge to be had, it's this obstacle right here, for me at least. And so I hopped on the hard line. Let's see how it turns out. Whoops, hit my bumper on it. I'm too square. I need to back up and approach this one at an angle.
My way.
Kenneth is on the middle line with wheelbase to help. Kevin's on the hard line, scaring his spotters. Didn't quite make it, had some breakover issues. And back on the moderate line, Roy gives it a go. As does Kevin. Woo!
So, a little bit about that last ledge. I blocked off the easy line because of where cars were parked by the time we got there. Not a problem, I wouldn't tend to take it. The middle line is the moderate line. Logical, right? But with that line, I have never made it up that line unassisted. I have always been strapped up that line. So what did I do this time? Go for the hard line. And Penny rocked it. She was such a rock star. She went right up. I think that's an indication of me just getting much better throttle control than I've had in the past. We're definitely becoming even more of a team, and I couldn't be happier about that.
After starting the day on Kane Creek Boulevard, we're ending the day just a little bit south of Hole in the Wall Rock. Nice place to air back up here and basically get your bearings after a long day on the trail. We're really grateful to be able to run this one. We all conquered some fears, and we all created some new personal bests, and we're so glad that you were able to join us through this video.